Arkansas COVID-19 cases up by more than 1,200 today, brings the total now of more than 102,000. Active cases up by 210. That now stands at more than 8,700. Deaths also increased by 21. 1,772 people in Arkansas have died since the outbreak began. Hospitalizations, though, are down by 24, and 971 more people have now recovered. Here's a look at the testing trends in Arkansas. Over the past week, the positivity rate's been inching up, now stands just below 10% of tests coming back positive.